Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back another video day, and today I'm going to be doing my NFL Week 16 picks and predictions going into tomorrow's Saturday doubleheader, and of course the Sunday games and the Monday nighter with the Packers and the Saints. Although I don't think it's going to be very hard to guess who I'm picking in that game. All right, after the unfortunate, I took the L on Thursday night. Although, as I said going into the game, it's so hard to predict a winner in a division game like that in the circumstances of it. But I picked the Broncos, lost that one. So now 149-76 on the year. Let's try to improve Week 16's record after starting off 0-1. I think I should be able to do that. Let's start off with Saturday's doubleheader, Texans-Chiefs. I'm going with the Texans. Yes, Chiefs are at home. Chiefs are 13-1. I don't think the Chiefs are 13-1 good. I think the Chiefs and Texans are actually more at the same level. And with Mahomes not being 100% healthy, and you got the Texans' defensive line being one of the best defensive lines in football this year, I mean, they're top 3 in sacks, top 3 in pressured, allowed. That doesn't sound good for a guy who is 100%, is not 100% dealing with a bad ankle. Now, we'll say, well, Mahomes, when he's injured and playing on the field, he's had some really good games. I think if the Texans win this game, I'm hopeful the Texans win this game. I think it's a very close game if they win. If they lose, I think it's a very close game. But that sounds about anything with these Chiefs games. If they win, it's a close game. If they lose, it is. I mean, they're not really, they're not really built for blowouts on either side of, winning or losing. So I think it's going to be a very close game whether the Texans lose or win this one, but I got the Texans. All right, Steelers-Ravens, it's just the same thing with the Ravens, and it's the same thing with the Broncos and the Chargers. So hard to pick in these divisional games. A lot on the line. Ravens at home. I like these two teams to split here. Pittsburgh had Baltimore's number last time. No George Pickens. I think that changes a lot. Mike Tomlin and the Steelers definitely own Lamar Jackson, but I don't think the Steelers are as good without George Pickens. I think that really hurts this team. Ravens, you got Lamar. You're at home. I think things are different this time going up against the Steelers team. I'm going with Baltimore. But I think in order to win this game, Lamar's going to have to get it done. Pittsburgh's run defense is pretty good. Henry didn't have the best game going up against this team last time. I don't think Henry has a big game. I think if the Ravens win this game, it's because of Lamar Jackson 100%. Giants-Falcons, rookie quarterback. I don't think Michael Penix is going to be that amazing in his rookie debut, but against this Giants team, I think it's enough for them to win the game. I'm going to say they have a touchdown or two drives, at least a touchdown drive, maybe 2 touchdown drives, multiple field goals. I think that's enough to beat this Giants team. I think Penix has a solid debut. I just don't see it being a very high-scoring debut. Maybe he gets a lot of yards potentially, but I think it's enough to start off this career 1-0 and the Falcons win at home. Lions, Bears, yeah, I'm going with the Lions all day. I think it's going to be tough for them losing Montgomery. The Lions are banged up, and I really could see this being a closer game. Caleb Williams trying to bounce back. I actually think this might be a close game. The Bears being at home, Bears actually played pretty good against Detroit now. The Lions definitely lose some life with David Montgomery, so I think that definitely could make things closer, but the Lions still win this one, in my opinion. Cardinals, Panthers, yeah, the Cardinals are going to whip the Panthers here. You got the perfect 1-2 punch against this Panthers team. The Panthers are one of the worst defenses going up against running backs and tight ends. That is not a good thing when you're going up against James Conner and Trey McBride. Yeah, those two guys, Trey and James Conner, are just going to kill Carolina in this game. I got Carolina. The Rams-Jets, this is a little bit of a hard one for me to predict. I think Aaron Rodgers in these last 2 weeks has looked a lot better. I'm not going to say he looks like old Aaron, but I really think that, maybe the Achilles injury, recovering from that Achilles injury, was holding Aaron back a little bit, because these last 2 weeks, Aaron Rodgers against the Dolphins and against the Jags looks a lot better. Looks way better than he's looked at any point in this season. And at home now, when he's been on the road these last 2 games, I think there is some potential for the Jets to win this game, but I'm going with the Rams, but I think the Rams win in a close one. I think the Jets are competitive. I think Rodgers has some success. Rodgers has had some success against the Rams in his career. I think this is a good one though. Eagles Commanders. Yeah, I'm gonna say Saquon Barkley goes crazy in this game, and the Eagles beat the Commanders. I'm excited to see how Jane Daniels plays in this one. I think Jane Daniels had his worst game of the season going up against this Eagles defense the last time out. I'm excited to see if he makes any improvements now he's at home compared to being in Philadelphia. But this is definitely a tough defense to face, and we'll see if he can come back from adversity. After having such a rough game, I think his worst game of his career was against this Philly defense. Browns, Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals winning their third straight in a row against Dorian Thompson-Robinson. But I definitely think it's going to be a close game since the Bengals defense is so booty cheeks. All right, Titans, Colts. This will be an interesting one, but I'm going with the Titans. I'm going to go with the Titans. Mason Rudolph in his starter now. I think that makes this Titans team better. The Colts defense has not been very great this year. I'm going to go with the Titans getting an upset road win against the Colts. Vikings, Seahawks. I'm going with the Vikings. And then Patriots, Bills. Of course, I'm going with the Bills. I don't think Josh Allen's going to have as good as a game as he's had in the last couple weeks. It's going to be cold and snowy in Buffalo. So some of the passing numbers we've seen from Josh in the last couple games, I don't think he's going to reach that at all. We saw against San Francisco, Josh was not very involved in the pass game against San Francisco in the snow. I think we're going to see that type of game for Josh. I think Josh is going to be very involved in the run game himself. I think they're going to get James Cook involved a lot. I just don't see a huge game for Josh on the passing end in the snow. I think the Bills are going to identify the run in this game with Josh and James Cook and beat the Patriots. Jags, Raiders. I'm going with the Raiders. Sorry. I apologize. I'm going with the Jaguars in this game to get a win against the Raiders. I think Mac Jones has a good game against a bad Raiders defense, and the Jags get a road win. 49ers, Dolphins, a hard one for me to predict. 6-8 teams who basically both seasons are lost. I'm going to go... It's actually kind of hard for me to predict a winner in this one. But I'm going to go with the Dolphins since they're at home. Cowboys, Bucks is our Sunday Night Football. We've had some great matches with the Bucks and the Cowboys this year. And usually it's been Brady versus Prescott. It's going to be a little bit different, and it's going to be Mayfield and Cooper Rush. But Cowboys at home, I actually think this is a close game. Yes, Baker's been red hot. The Cowboys defense for most of the season their defense has been terrible, but I think recently their defense has been better, and I think that makes things interesting going into this game. But what I think is that this Buccaneers defense at times, their pass defense has not been great either, which I think this makes this a close game. But I think who's the better team? It's the Bucs, and that's why I'm going with the Bucs on the road. But watch out for the Cowboys in this one. I think the Cowboys could sneak on the Bucs and get a win, but I don't think it happens. Saints, Packers, obviously. This game's not going to even be close. No Kamara now. Derek Carr's out. Packers all the way. Let me know your thoughts on my predictions. And that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and peace out.